Hello. Hi, Harlow.
Yay.
Harlow and I usually talk beforehand, and I was running so late, there was no conversation other than, Hi, are you ready to start? She's like,
Pretty much.
I think so. We haven't been live on Behind the Hauntings in a very long time. We haven't been posting in a long time, and there is an excuse for that. We have been obsessively and diligently working on our Patreon page at Miriam Farish. And not only have we been working on that, but Harlow has been working on true crime cases. I'm working on moving. There's just been a lot happening, which is why there's been sort of a void. And of course, there's the holidays and all of that. But we're back, and tonight we're doing our podcast was going to be something we pre-recorded and edited down for you guys. And I was like, if I do that, we'll never get to it. So we're just going to go live and let it rip, see what happens. But let's talk about this Patreon page we have. The title is My Name because we have a lot of different things happening in there. And so we've got true crime enthusiasts who don't necessarily dabble in the paranormal, and then vice versa, although that does have some crossover for sure. So we thought a good general way to feel inclusive was to just have my name up there. When you go, you'll have options for Behind the Hauntings, True Crime, or True Crime Expansive. You'll also have a weekly soul support option in there, which really is just rolled into your Behind the Hauntings. So there's a ton of content. We just did a true crime episode on a follow-up for the Malaysia flight 370. And it went full alien, if that's a word. So that's going to be posted on the Behind the Hauntings Patreon content. This podcast is airing right now live, free on YouTube and Patreon, of course. For those that are part of Patreon, you can submit your question, one question every month. And that will be answered either here or sometimes the questions may fill up, so it'll be privately via email. But either way, you get one question per month. You get a lot of new content. After this, we're going to be live over on Patreon discussing haunted dolls. Okay, I think I've only read one haunted doll, but Harlow, can you please tell us this bizarre haunted doll you came across?
Which one?
The one that grows hair.
The Japanese doll. Okaku. Yes.
Yes.
We got Annabelle. We got Robert the doll. We got Mandy that I wasn't even familiar with, but is pretty interesting also. And then we have Okaku, who is like a haunted doll on steroids. And she was turned over to some Buddhist monks, and they proclaimed that her hair grows and they have to cut it regularly, and there's a lot more.
I'm sorry, but there's a good chance I'm just going to be like, I'm not reading this.
No, next. Yeah.
And Harlow's going to be like, the amount of research I did, your ass is reading that. So I don't know what it's going to, I genuinely don't know what it's going to entail, but that's going to be right after this. If you are someone who submitted me a question and you don't hear your name tonight, please, it is not personal. I just have had a lot on my plate, and I really threw this together because I wanted to I knew I had a lot of people waiting on answers, and so I did my best to grab those that were right in front of me and obvious. And so if your name isn't read tonight, just email me and say, hey, because this will be regular. I think we skipped December because of holidays and, like I said, everything else. Yeah. But ultimately it will be every month. And so there'll be a consistency, and you'll get your stuff answered more quickly. You won't be waiting 2 or 3 months. So here we are. With all that being said, my setup is a little different because I don't have my second computer here, so I'm using my phone. So please bear with me as I sift through emails. I tried to organize it as best I could, but as you know, I read off of photos. So I'm going to be Harlow will tell me the question. I'm going to pull up their photo in which they sent me through email, and read. So just might be a little bit of a lag time. And then we do have one video that we're going to share tonight, which is Sarah's video, and it's very interesting. So let's get started. Unless we have anyone in the comments who has questions. Hi, you guys. Thanks for joining us. Happy Tuesday to you. I love when people pick like the day of the week and they're like, Happy Wednesday, Happy Tuesday. When I used to work corporate, I would be like, no, nothing's happy right now. None of these days are happy. All right. I'll stop talking unless Harlow, anything you would like to say?
No, I was just going to ask, do you want to find photos first and then tell me the name? Because it's probably easier for me to find the name than it is for you.
Oh, look at you being smarter than me like usual. Let's see if I can do that. I do have you in a folder. I am pulling up someone.
As long as you pull up a name that's on my list, we're good to go.
Okay. Okay, so this is really weird. This story, so under Veronica's name, is it just one sentence or is there a full story there?
Oh gosh, there's a full story.
Okay, that one is incredible. Okay, but I wasn't sure. It doesn't matter. I things got jumbled and I wasn't sure if it was her or not. Is it the one with the pigtails?
Yes.
Okay, that's the one I want to read. Veronica had 2 questions. So her second one will probably roll into this one. And I don't think her second question is on there. It's okay.
Yeah,
okay.
No, I don't have a second one. So
That's okay.
I'll read what I have.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready.
Let's go for it.
Okay. To this day, I can't tell you if I was asleep or not, but I believe I was awake. I was at a friend's house, and she had an attic bedroom, but it was split into 3 parts. The first room was a hangout room, the second was the bedroom, and then there was a door that led to insulation and boards. I wasn't feeling well and went to lay in her bed. I was in there a few minutes, and I opened my eyes but couldn't move. I was paralyzed. I could only move my eyes. I saw at the foot of the bed a little girl with blonde curly pigtails. I blinked, and she was on top of me, smiling, but all of her teeth were pointy and sharp. She was breathing heavily, and I could feel the breath. I tried to scream, but nothing could come out. The next thing I knew, my friend was rushing into the room, asking if I was okay. I told her what happened, and she told me I was not the only person to describe seeing the same girl. Also, she was wearing a white shirt, poofy dress with red accents on it. I remember her so clearly. I would be totally interested if you got any energy from this experience or could shed some light onto what happened that night.
How great is that story?
That's pretty awesome.
Probably not for Veronica, though. This is what's weird is I had all of her pictures here. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. This is what I said would happen. I'm actually going to do this because I remember seeing it here on my computer. Here they are. Come on, man. Pictures. Okay. Let's do this. Oh, this is interesting. This is new. Veronica. So let's talk about the little girl with the pigtails that other people have seen. Okay. There is a word that's coming to me, Harlow, that I'm hoping you know. Okay, I can hear it in my head, but I can't pronounce it. Amalgamation?
Amalgamation, yeah, amalgamated.
What does that mean?
It's like a combination. It's not a word I use very often.
It's like a combination of multiple things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. an amalgamation of your fears and your ability to see intuitively. Why has she been seen before by other people? She isn't real, although the spirit is real, the energy is real. But this little girl herself is not an entity or an energy that exists. You saw what you saw, that was real. But when I keep hearing the word amalgamation, that's telling me people are experiencing what they need to experience for their own reasons. And it's morphing into shit. How do I say this? For those that are, thank you. Okay. If you are fearful, this vision appears. If you are someone who is not fearful, but intrigued, or it is your time to learn about spirit and the afterlife, when you are in the presence of this home, you would not be experiencing that little girl. That little girl shows up in a mirroring capacity of our own internal fears of the spirit world. So if let's say if Harlow, let's use Harlow as an example because Harlow's experienced a lot. If she was to go into that home, she wouldn't experience that little girl like that. It would be a different version. And I'm going to stay on Harlow for a minute. What would happen is the little girl would come in looking that way and then morph into something that aligns with Harlow's energy. The little girl for you comes in, morphs into the fear, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Does that make sense? Oh, Harlow. No, you're the only one there. Sorry, so I'm asking you, Harlow. Does that make sense to you, Harlow?
Yes, it does.
Okay, good. If you understand, then I think she will understand. Okay, so we're not going to read into that home as if it's haunted or as if this is a spirit that needs to cross over. This is not the situation in this case. What that will lead us into is your abilities and your fear around your abilities. What are we afraid of? What are we scared of? You have had experiences as a child that feel possibly alien in nature, that were very, very small, dark beings that were very intrusive and scary for you. This may have come through in a dream. It may have come through while you were awake, or in a sleep paralysis state that you blocked out. This is where the fear is coming from. And this is why you, in a way, shut down your ability to see. So now that you are understanding that one of your psychic skill sets is visual, you see things. I always say, I don't really see the way Harlow or you guys will see, where it's like, would you say in 3D, if that's the right word? I psychically see where it's like you if you didn't know better, it'll almost be in your mind's eye. For you, you are seeing as if like almost the physical manifestation capacity. You see, and then you feel. And so that combination is like a double whammy because it can be deeply overwhelming, confusing, and will strike fear first in you. So what that means is you need to actually dive deeper into that psychic skill set and become more comfortable with it. Tarot cards feel like a really good place for you to start. That tends to be where I point a lot of people, but for you specifically, they're saying tarot cards. Obviously, meditation, obviously, the 5 steps to consciousness I always teach. I'll email you that. Veronica, if I forget, please remind me, shoot me an email and say, hey, please send me the 5 steps to consciousness. And keep being inquisitive like you are, watching videos, seeing what you feel, watching Harlow and I experience haunted dolls or haunted locations without fear. This is where you're going to learn how to be much more comfortable with it, because it's like you put the two of us in front of you and let us sort of lead the way until you're confident enough to go in on your own.
And when you put that fear aside, you learn so many different things because you're getting these different aspects. It's really fascinating.
Yeah, I think you have a lot to speak to on that, because you've at a young age you were seeing things, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Never scared you though, so there was
No,
never fear.
no.
Yeah, and I think that the fact that Harlow was born to a certain degree, like she was similar to me. She was born into a family that was very supportive of it, but also her consciousness was elevated and evolved where it was past the point of this is going to scare me. And so it's not that she's bigger or better, or I came in with my psychic ability louder. It doesn't make me bigger and better. It just means that's not a hurdle for us this time. Trust me, we have other hurdles. So for someone like Veronica, uh, that was the right name. Yes,
Mhm.
V.
Yeah.
Uh, that's just one of your hurdles. Not a big deal. You'll overcome it. I don't see that as anything that's going to, there is so much power behind. Once you realize the problem, then you can start to disappear it very easily. Love those questions. Awesome. Thank you. Okay.
Who you
Let's,
got?
if we can move along well, let's just be bold here and use my computer. I'm going to delete this. Violet.
Violet.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do Violet.
All right. Violet's is simple. Violet says, what do I need to focus on for getting messages from my spirit team? For example, will I hear something or see it, or will it be in dreams?
Violet, you are very much third eye. Similar to me, where it's sort of like dreamy, ethereal visuals, not like Harlow and V, where it's very like undeniable. For us, it's sort of there really has to be like this trust that what you're seeing is real, because you could write it off as your imagination, your mind playing tricks on you, a lot of your dream states. So, really focusing on when you go to sleep at night, playing meditation music or even a guided meditation. I have a bunch on YouTube, like falling asleep to the meditation. So it's putting you in that state, right? Making sure that meditation is the first thing you do. It's your third eye. So crystals, I'm seeing quartz crystals, turquoise crystals for you. Um, third eye, third eye, third eye. That's what they keep saying. Also hearing, you hear, but your hearing feels very like muted right now. It feels very stifled right now. So really, the visual for you is just like seeing this ray of white light running through the ear, through the head, out the other side of the ear, and like it's just opening up and clearing the ears. You're holding a lot of emotional suffering and pain, memory in your ears. And so I don't know if you're prone to ear infections or headaches or sinus stuff, but if you are, it's because that's where you're holding a lot of memory, not necessarily trauma. I think that's an important distinction. The body holds memory. A whole body holds memory. This is why yoga is so important, because it opens up memory recall in places that are hard to get to: hips, arms, neck, all of these things, face, nose, sinus, ears. And so when we are regularly doing yoga, meditation, breath work, chanting and mantra would be great for you, because it's opening up the eustachian tubes. Is that the right name?
Mhm.
And you release, and so when we release, there can be tears, there can be anger, there can be all kinds of stuff, but I'm not feeling like deep trauma. I'm just feeling a clogging of memory, and due to not releasing regularly. Yoga, meditation. Again, I'll send the 5 steps to you too. um, Listen, the 5 steps to consciousness applies to all of us, everyone, doesn't matter. Because the 5 steps is what's going to ignite everyone's intuition, psychic skill sets, everything that they need. And so for you, Violet, it's quartz crystal, lavender crystals, velvet. I'm seeing velvet for some reason, like a velvety color, opening up the ears, the third eye for you, trusting that your visuals, even though they feel and look sort of dreamy and imagination-y, that they're not. And I know that you have a big you may not had a fear around ETs, but that is because you have actually a very deep connection to an ET group. They're very gentle and star-like. They are like they're very much like the different colors, like the colors. I'm looking at Violet's picture and she has pink hair. You gravitate towards these colors because that is the colors that they vibrate. And so it's not a coincidence. And your fear of them was just simply your fear of your own sense of power and remembering who you are. And so the more you start to open up the ears, the more you'll start to hear, feel them, everything. You'll be okay. But that's where did I answer that question?
I think so.
Yeah. It was what was she hearing or seeing, or well, I hear something or see it. Okay, yeah, I think we covered that. Okay, let me delete the ones I did. Jessica Wong?
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to say her whole name. Oh, that's not her name. I just totally made that up. Watch, it says in here, please don't say my name. Okay.
All right, you ready?
Let's do it.
Jessica says, I'm reaching out because I recently moved into a new place. There's been a couple instances where I can see weird waves when I'm lying with my kids in their rooms at night and in dim light. The moment I see it, the hairs on my neck stand up. I feel like it's affecting my eldest son, who's 6. He barely wants to sleep in his room anymore, and we first moved in, he was completely fine in there. I just need to know if I'm losing my marbles, and if I am not, is there something you can clear from our new place? I would appreciate your help so much.
Okay. I think she sent me pictures.
Oh, there you go.
What?
Her last name is in her handle anyway, so we're good.
Thank God. Thank God. And right before this, I was like, Harlow, I think I added people's last names. Don't say it. And she's like, I know, I won't. And then I'm like, all right, name, phone number, address. Oh God, you guys, there's a reason why some stuff I just don't do. I feel like Jessica, hold on. I feel like she sent me pictures. Jessica, did you send me pictures? So I'm not wasting time looking for something that's not. I got your family picture, but did you send me pictures of your home?
Yes.
I was afraid you'd say that. Okay, hold on.
Emailed the rooms.
Oh my God, you guys, you know what I did? I made a whole folder. Yes, with everyone's pictures, and I forgot that I did, and here it is. All right. Here we go. Now we've got all of it. All right, let's do this. Now we mean business. All right. Nope. Yeah. The waves are. Wait, can you read it to me one more time? What's happening, please?
She sees the weird waves when laying with her kids in their rooms at night or in dim light. And when she sees it, then the hairs on her neck stand up. And she thinks it's affecting her eldest son, who's 6.
I'm confused on what I'm getting. I'm gonna have pictures on both sides of me right now. One sec. Here, okay. Eldest son. Okay. Oh, you're such a cute family. Everyone is such good energy. Just in other words, that means nice people. But everyone seems like they get along well for the most part, right? This is okay. So the first thing I got with this, and I'm going to stick to it and see where it leads us, is This is weird. Informational waves. These are waves that carry information. These are. It's showing me like a telephone wire, like in the old days, obviously, right? Well, I guess you could say it now too, right? Like it's carrying information.
Mm-hmm.
What is that about? And it's making it's making you feel uncomfortable. It's making your son feel uncomfortable. Hold on. This is stumping me.
She can see them. What do they look like?
Oh, good. Yes, please.
Because I'm curious. I don't know that I've. Is it like heat on a asphalt or something when you see something rising like that, or is it colored, or what do they look like? Hopefully, she didn't leave.
Oh, yeah, I know, because we're all sitting waiting for her.
Okay. They're usually in specific areas, in end of the bed or right in front of me.
I mean, it's screaming alien, isn't it?
Yeah, kind of.
But for some reason, it's not like
She
clicking
says
in for me.
heat waves are the best way to describe it, but in one specific spot. Like that, almost invisible, but you can slightly see that energy waving. I get it.
I'm gonna keep going off of. Let me just keep going back to what I was saying. That it's traveling information. This is weird. Can I ask you what state you live in? Are you comfortable with that? If you aren't, it's totally fine. Is it like Seattle or something? I mean, not that it's gonna matter, but it might. Like I'm feeling something. Because it's not feeling. It doesn't feel alien. Like
Ah,
it feels like something an alien group would do, but it
ah,
almost feels like our government. Yeah,
British Columbia. So she's in Canada.
Canada. I gotta say something weird. I'm looking at her pictures right now, but I gotta come back to you guys. I gotta see Harlow's face before I say this. I almost want to whisper it, but everyone's listening. I'm gonna put it in the group. Hold on, I'm gonna put it in the private chat because Harlow, if I shouldn't say this out loud, I'm not going to.
Yeah.
Sorry, that it makes it even more intriguing. I know, but hold on. I can't. There's just shit's too weird right now. Am I in the private chat? Yeah.
And based on the way things are going, it's not surprising after last night. Oh. Yeah, I don't know that you want to go there.
So maybe talk to her privately.
Yeah.
All right. I think what sorry. The intrigue now is like, what is it? For everyone's safety, even everybody watching, let's Jessica email me and we'll have to set up a conversation.
I think that's probably the best way to go.
Yeah, on the phone or StreamYard. What's safest? StreamYard? Listen, just to be clear, Jessica, you're like fine. Like you're
Yeah,
fine.
no. It's just
You're fine. It's
yeah.
just being hyper cautious for you're fine though. Like
Yeah.
you can sleep tonight.
Yeah.
So just email me tonight and we'll set something up. Okay, let's see who's next. How do we top that? Okay, let me delete this. What other names do I have on there? I'm confused. Who else I have?
You've got Allie, you got Wendy, Sarah, Kelly.
Let's do Sarah. So I have a video for Sarah, but why don't you go ahead and read it first?
Okay. Sarah says, I caught a shadow figure in my daughter's room. Before I took the video, I was trying to make contact with my uncle Jimmy, who had passed away in August. I'm learning how to be more intuitive. I truly have no idea what this is. I couldn't really find a source for it. When I took the video, I kept moving the curtain to see if she could explain it, basically, and couldn't find any reason for it. Is there something I should be concerned about in my daughter's room?
All right. So Harlow, I don't think you have not seen this video, so I'll be interested to see what you think of it. So we're going to show the video of what's going on here. Hold on, let me take stuff down here. Let me do this. Let's start from the beginning. The sound is just regular background sound, so we don't really need it, but just, you see what you're seeing right there?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of crazy, right? Do you want to see it again?
Yes, please. Okay.
You good?
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's the uncle.
Mm-mm.
Do you feeling anything that you
A
want to
couple
share?
things came to mind, but not the uncle.
Okay. Well, what came to mind for you?
First, I thought, what's with the waves?
Oh.
And then it kind of reminded me of a alien tentacle. That's just me.
Oh, that's a doozy.
I know.
So let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, if you didn't know, you would think it was just something from the window. That's why she showed the window. It looks like something waving outside, but it's really thin and waves pretty fast, kind of undulates a little bit. That's what gave me the tentacle feeling. But then she shows the window and there's no shadow on the window.
Yeah.
So what you got?
I definitely, what I was feeling was not the uncle, obviously, but this, again, okay, I think we have something bigger going on, but same feel like this,
Yeah,
right?
the waves, just waves.
And it's not feeling like a specific person or entity. It's, and again, that word, amalgamation
Hmm.
comes in. So multiple things. Um, she remind me, she said she was trying to, what was did she tell us what she was utilizing to contact the
No, she didn't say.
yeah, because I feel like she opened up this, like it feels like in a movie when someone's playing with something, right? And like a hole just opens up in the earth, you know.
Hmm.
It feels like you just like opened up something, kind of similar to where a lot of people will blame, don't play with the Ouija board, it opens portals, which is not always true. Is it possible? Sure. And in this case, I feel like she kind of did. This would be the one case where I'm like, yeah, this is probably why you shouldn't be playing with stuff. No, this is good. Like, this is all here to teach us, right? So we should be dabbling. We should be trying stuff. We should be inquisitive, and you did nothing wrong. What happens though is you open yourself up to what you're supposed to learn and experience. And this is a very strong energy that you've opened up to. Again, I would ask, I don't know if she's in the comments tonight, but I would ask if where you live. This feels, I agree, more of a ET presence than anything, um, any sort of like spirit or person or anything like that. This feels like this goes with what we were talking about yesterday, which is the veil. We've been hearing the veil is thinning, for at least I have, for a long time, and I've kind of let it go because I'm like, okay, it's a weird time now where it's not the veil is thinning, it's like I think the veil's gone. Because the influx of people having experiences like
Yeah.
this is
Yep.
unlike anything we've seen before, right?
Hmm.
I mean, even just 5 years ago, it was, I mean, not even 5 years ago, Harlow, when we were doing Myth or Mystery, to find videos, to find people that were, now it's
Yeah.
like every time I turn around, someone's like, I got this, I got that. And it's just like,
Hmm.
that was just what Myth or Mystery was a year ago. But
Yeah.
what also happened last November,
She says she lives in Florida.
okay, last November was when we had the influx of the, um, the UFOs and the orbs and the drones. Some were ours, some were not, some were others, some were aliens, some were not. Like, and that didn't happen for no reason. It it numbed us in a good way to where we are no longer shock and awe when we see a UFO or an orb. It's like, okay, we were inundated with them. So, and there's a reason for that. And so now this inundation has happened because light-filled ones are inundating, darker ones are inundating. Don't panic and freak out about dark ones, because humans sometimes are darker than the darker aliens. So, no need to panic. What's happening is we are watching and seeing and experiencing the energy that's always been there, but we're now able to see it. And what Sarah did was important because you realize, look at what you're capable of. You're capable of connecting and seeing what's around us. This is not a bad thing. This is a very, very important and good, positive thing. What you want to be able to do, again, the 5 steps to consciousness, because we want to be able to understand it, feel it, see it, hear it, know what to do with it, and not have it bring a sense of panic to our lives. There's enough things out there that will cause panic, right? So I don't feel there's anything to remove. I don't feel like there's anything we need to do, because it feels like a movement, an energy space. I don't like using the word portal because it makes it too sci-fi-y. An energy space that you've connected with, where these are tentacled, uh, ocean bound alien beings that are coming up to the surface. And a lot of these alien groups, when they surface, they're able to morph in and out of physical bodies, definitely related to the octopus family. Um, and Harlow, jump in at any point if you get anything. Uh, and it doesn't feel like there's anything you need to be worried about or concerned or
Right.
scared of.
It felt just almost kind of passing through. It just happened to be there for a while. It didn't feel
So,
connected to the place.
agreed. Sorry, go ahead. What else?
That's about it.
Okay. And so how did this happen? You opened yourself up. You just gave yourself permission to feel something beyond the physical. You gave yourself that permission. And this is the beauty of when our loved ones pass. This is how they teach us, because he's on the other side. And this is one of the lessons he teaches you. So in essence, you did connect with him, and he did give you the strength, the courage, the ability to feel. So you will eventually, I feel like he communicates with you a lot through your dreams, which is not unusual. I feel like he's communicating a lot through dreams and through very, very subtle nudges and verbiage that it's like, I feel like, I mean, just the picture I'm looking at is you and your family. So the immediate visual I had is just chaos in the home, because she's got like three tiny ones at like
Right.
two at the terrible two-ish age, and then one baby. So the home is probably always chaotic.
She
But I'm
said she wasn't using anything but a candle and was just feeling the energy around the room.
okay, good, even better.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'm feeling and hearing you getting information even when it's very chaotic. Like there's something about you that actually, and you know what, I was like this for most of my life. Sometimes I would turn on noise, like the television. It would busy my mental brain, and then it opened, just all of a sudden the intuition would open up and creativity would open up, and I could process it better because I busied this. And then I found meditation, so I didn't have to have the constant noise. And so my point to you is, if you pay attention when the house is chaotic, I feel like if you're aware of it, you will hear messages if you ask something specific. So for example, if it's humanly possible to find a meditation with this many children, and even if not, when you go to sleep at night, ask her uncle, correct?
Hmm.
Your uncle, just ask him, hey, whatever you have a question about, or whatever you want to hear from him, whatever that is.
She said, yes, I need constant noise.
I mean, you have constant noise, so you're good. um, but ask whatever that is you want to ask. And then as you go throughout your day, just don't look for it. Just be aware of it. Okay. And then over the years, as the children grow up and chill and go to school, that's when you're going to want to start to consciously find quiet for yourself. But with the chaos in the home, combined with how you are experiencing intuition, where you're at and what you're doing is just fine. Recommendation: don't do anything else like that again. I feel like that's not the best way for you to learn, because once you start the ball rolling, you're very, 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 very strong. There's going to be past life memory recall of spell setting, which is good. A lot of Wiccan life experiences, herbs, that type of thing, which is great. But because of that, there's a awareness that you don't know how strong you are, is my point. And I don't want to put you behind the wheel before you're really ready to handle your own abilities. And other people might be listening going, well, how come that's not the case with me? Because when we have really real strong, very, very strong Wiccan roots, Wiccan ritual is very earthy and physical and manifestable. I just made up a word. And so when people aren't aware of those capabilities, but they start kind of dabbling in stuff, it's like, oh, like, you hold a candle and all of a sudden you've opened up this freaking space hole. Whereas if I hold a candle, I'm not opening up any space holes, right? So so with that, I want you to put away the candle, step away from the candle. Don't use, I'm not going to recommend anything, no tarot decks, no nothing. We're just going to start hearing the subtlety first, and then over the next couple years, you're going to let the kids grow up. They're going to go to school. You're going to have more quiet time. Then we can start picking up books about witchcraft, books about spell setting. It's going to click in real quick for you. And then you're going to be aware of your ability and the strength in the hands, and you'll go gently.
Nice.
Oh, I just closed out my email. The logic and intuition doesn't always mix. All right. So that was Sarah, right?
Yes.
All right. So let me take her out. And all of you guys feel free to email. You have questions, I'll do my best to help answer.
She says, thank you.
Of course, you're very welcome. Okay. Wendy?
Okay. Wendy's got a long one. Okay. You got your pictures?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm from South Africa. I have been living in my home for 30 plus years now and inherited this same home from my aunt 13 years ago. As a child, we had weird things happening in the home, but it wasn't too bad and it stopped eventually. But as I grew older, I always had a sense that the home is cursed and has a dark cloud over it. A lot of us are living on the property, aunts, uncles, cousins, etc. Things were okay, but there was always some type of drama or fights happening, especially after I inherited the house, as some people were not happy about that. I wouldn't say that the property is run down, but it does need quite a bit of work that needs to be done. I've tried over the years to do some renovations, but somehow it still looks run down. It's almost like the property itself doesn't want work done on it and wants to look that way. The issue I have is that for years now, I experienced something weird when walking through our hallway. Late at night, when I have to go to the bathroom or the kitchen, I have to walk through our hallway, and always on my way back to my bedroom, which is at the end of this hallway, I always feel like something is behind me and watching me, and I feel a shock or pins and needles like sensation in my back. This happens late at night when everyone is asleep. I can walk through the entire house alone at night when the lights are off and I'm okay. It's just when I walk back to my room that I feel uneasy. Please let me know if there is something attached to the house, and if you can help me clear it, or if there's any negative energy there, please let me know.
All right. It's not one thing.
Okay.
This is the land. This is the town. This is the country. And she's right when she says it's like it doesn't want to be touched or messed with. It doesn't want to be. You're battling deep ancestral trauma and suffering that is wanting, needing, in many ways, a fresh start. Perfect world, right? We would bulldoze, and then we would grow grass, and then we would rebuild. And why you say grow grass? That's what they're telling me. There needs to be a regrowth, a rebirth that has to happen here. So if that's not possible, which probably I'm sure isn't for most of us, affording that is silly. And this is your home. Grow grass, have a lot of green stuff there, and continue to renovate and change as you see fit. But as you do it, begin to have conversations with the ancestors. And if you've never done that before, find what that means for you. Find that meditative space. Find that before you go to sleep. And we want you to start the healing process, joining us in the healing process. There is deep suffering and no one has addressed it or helped heal it. And it's like they're just crying out to be heard, to be seen, to be acknowledged, to be put to peace, put to rest. And so there's just all these energies that are asking to cross over to the other side. So I'm going to ask you, Wendy, when you go to sleep at night, what does it feel like if I say to you, start helping these beings cross over to the other side? Everyone knows how to do it. It's going to look different for everyone, feel different for everyone, but this is your calling. They're calling you to do it, not me. And so this will be a process that takes time, but the more you connect to the ancestors that are there by just simply using that terminology, and when you're still, whether it's a meditation or before you sleep or when you first wake up, ask the ancestors, show me, and I will help you. They're showing me already and wanting me to tell you already that we need help to find peace and to move ourselves to the other side. Continue to plant. Think about rebirth, regrowth. You need a lot of green that stays alive, that you keep alive, that you nurture. Soft colors, soft, like just a space that is very, the home itself feels cold and hard because of the ancestors and their suffering. And so we want to counteract that with soft colors, soft pillows, everything's very soft. And then there's a lot of lush, as much as you can, lush green, even if you have to buy potted, right? Because you can't grow grass specifically. Potted stuff, lots of it. And use the greenery to help them feel calmer. And then once they feel calmer, they can start to head to the other side. But right now they're all like this. And everything about the home is like this. But that's because the whole city, the town, the country is like that. And so calming that. So again, pillows and green and plants and light colors and soft cushions and blankets. Just make this. It doesn't matter how many people are in there. What matters is your connection to the ancestors. You're hearing them, you're feeling them, and you bringing them a sense of peace. And it has to be soft. So it's like pretty flowers, green, soft grass. And as you do that and continue to change up the home to suit you, you're going to stay aware and connected to what they're asking of you. And then you can help them cross to the other side. All right. That was a good one. Ollie?
Very simple question. Has someone placed a curse on me?
I have a picture of Ali, but I don't have, I need a picture of the person that you think may have done this to you. I'm not feeling anything directly. I'm not feeling anything attached to you. And I'm not feeling any dark energy around you. That doesn't mean someone hasn't done anything. What that means is if someone has done something, it's very light and it can be easily maneuvered. I would need to see a picture of the person you think did this to you, and then I could definitively answer. But I feel right now you're okay. If something has gone on, it's minor, and I can tell when you send me a picture of that person.
Okay, got one left.
What's the name?
Kelly.
Oh, the one looking right at me. Ah, gotcha. Okay.
Okay. I was wondering if you could assist me with some paranormal activity in my home. I can't locate any mediums in my area and contacted the church, but keep getting rescheduled. I just need to know how serious it is. It's mostly at night, and I catch the voices, and now touching on my Ring camera. I'm not quite sure there. I always hear voices saying help me from different spirits when I rewatch the videos. It's a woman and a man, but feel the man is being inappropriate lately. I want to know who it is and if it's attached to me or my home. Will a blessing of my home be sufficient? Can you assist me or lead me in the right direction of who can? Thank you.
Okay. I'm just looking at the pictures right now. Let me look at these ring video. Let me see. Is Kelly in the comments? Is she watching?
Not that I've seen.
Hang on, I'm just looking at some of the stuff she sent me.
Oh, there she goes. She's here.
Okay. Kelly, I'm just watching. Which video would you say I got your 3 videos? Can either would you be comfortable if I share these? It's totally okay if not. And is there one that in particular that I should look at like closely? I'm watching the first one.
And she just says no. I guess it doesn't matter.
No, don't show them, or no, it's okay to show them.
I don't know. It's just no.
Can Kelly, do you mind
Elaborate.
clarifying? I'm watching a video right now.
Okay.
I can't see, there's stuff flying by, and I don't know, Harlow, you'll have to tell me if that's just dust or orbs or.
Oh, she doesn't want them to be shared.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, one is of their bedroom, so I don't blame her.
Yeah, understandable.
Wait, you don't want us all staring into your home? There's just like a lot of, it doesn't seem like dust to me. Oh, that one did, but.
April says she immediately smelled something awful when I said he was being inappropriate.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Do you want to elaborate on that? Hold on, you guys. I'm trying to see if I can get a feel for this. I think I need to look at her dog. I feel like her dog is sort of taking the brunt of some of this.
It's the touch, the voices and touching me in bed.
Yeah, I thought I heard something.
Oh, okay.
Okay, hold on. This is, getting weird. Let me go. I'm going to go to the picture of your dog because I feel like oh, look at that baby. So cute. Okay. What's the doggy's name? Yeah, you got something there. Hold on, let me deal with it. What's your dog's name? Who's Jake? Jay. Go ahead. We have a dog's name that's coming.
The dog's name is Charlie.
Okay. Yeah, so this J name, maybe a Jared, Jack. I don't know where he came from. Feels like a grandmother's. Like, I feel like he lived with his grandmother. Grandma owned this house at some point. I'm not saying your relatives. I'm saying just I don't know who these people are. This could have been 100 years ago. Um, and he bothers the dog, Charlie. So let me deal with Jake really quick. I'm just calling him Jake. Let me deal with him. For you, I'm sorry, remind me of her name.
Kelly.
Kelly. Uh, Kelly, for you, this is coming up because there's some trauma, childhood trauma, that you're being asked to continue healing or start to heal. I don't feel like we need to get into details of this, any more details of this, who this person is. I'm just going to remove him. But all these experiences happen to teach us something. It's all about our evolution. And so this is what your lesson is you're being asked to revisit childhood trauma that hasn't been resolved yet. And it will continue to, in a sense, manifest itself until you address it and deal with it, because you came in this life to deal with that and not to dismiss it, ignore it, or just say it's fine. Hang on as I deal with him. Okay, he's gone, but if we aren't learning, we will continue to have experiences that will continue to put our lessons in front of us. Okay. And when I say if we aren't learning, I don't mean that like if you're not doing what you're supposed to do. I just mean we're just always going to be nudged, sometimes in big ways, sometimes in small ways, to continue to evolve and heal. And this is what's being asked of you right now. Charlie has been a big component in keeping this energy at bay from doing more harm. But he's gone. But ultimately, there's the need for you to find your voice. And like I keep, like you can see I'm going like this, like your independence, your confidence, shoulders back, feeling strong. And Charlie can help, but Charlie's not going to be around forever, right? And so utilize Charlie to help you build your confidence. Like an example would be like going out and teaching Charlie how to. Charlie's a dog, right? That's what I'm trying to make sure I'm not confusing her.
No, you're good.
Take Charlie out and train him to do whatever he wants to do. Like it could be simple sit stays, that type of thing, or it can be bigger stuff like obstacle courses and stuff. How does this relate? Because Charlie's a big dog, and for you to have a sense of, I'm going to use this word, but I don't mean it, dominance, where Charlie, this big animal, will listen to you and respond to you, and you're in control. You're going to tell him, not because there's anything wrong with Charlie, but Charlie's there as your teacher. And you need to be putting yourself in positions of power in front of beings that don't take advantage of your power. And Charlie is a dog that is deeply compassionate and sensitive and would never take advantage of your power. And so he's there so you guys can, this is where I say training him in that capacity is going to give you a voice. It's going to give you confidence. It's going to put you in a position where you're comfortably able to call out what you need and when you need it. Doing this in whatever capacity you want. It doesn't have to be just like that. It can be whatever capacity you want. Because I've removed this being, but there's a void there. And that void is you. A lot of people think, oh, well, you remove one being, another being will come in. That only happens if you are not expressing you, if you are not standing in you. And so this isn't something that happens overnight. It takes time. But the more you come into that, you shouldn't have this experience again. There might be some residual. He may come and try and pop back in. It really depends on how badly you don't want him there. And I'm going to say this gently. When we are, whether it's repressed or it is not repressed, it's very conscious, but we haven't finished healing it, experiences that have taken our power away from us and put us in a space of feeling victimized, that victimization space becomes familiar and comfortable. So to take us out of that space can be very uncomfortable. And that's why when people are feeling, in a sense, victimized by a spirit and you remove the spirit and they keep having these situations, it's because they're more comfortable in that space of feeling victimized. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's, oh, we've all been there. I've been there. And it's exactly where you're supposed to be until you are ready to step out of it. It is not bad. It is not good. It just is. And this is why, if this space continues to fill with energies like this current one, that is why that would be happening. But I feel like you have surrounded yourself with male energy that is very good and very kind to you. I'm not saying they're perfect, but they are not a threat to you.
That's good.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. She had asked, will this follow me if I relocate? But you kind of have to take into consideration what you just suggested.
Yeah. And this being feels very specific to that home.
Okay.
So that being wouldn't follow, but you would create something
It'll come
new.
up in a different way, regardless if it's not dealt with.
Yeah. But you, right now, this moment, you're good. So if he may rear his head again, so you'll just have to tell me if he does, and then I'll do some more work, and then I'll get to a point to where there's nothing more I can do. But that space is clear in the moment. This space is clear, and he's hold on, let me just do something really quick. I've bound him. So you have to keep me posted on over the next, if anything more happens. And I haven't fully crossed him over because I haven't been allowed to. And that has to do with the family dynamics. This is why I asked for pictures of everyone in the family, meaning I'm not going to intervene in someone's evolution and someone's progress. Like, I can't do that. I can only do what I'm allowed to do. So I've bound him so he can't deal with you, and he'll leave Charlie alone. And then as you develop this strength and you feel more confident and courageous and safe, he'll just disappear, or I can come back in and will be allowed to remove him then.
All right.
Sound good?
She said, okay, thank you.
You're welcome. I think that's everyone, right?
That's everybody. Yeah.
Okay, guys, we're doing haunted dolls over on Patreon. So hold on, Patreon here at Marian Farish. You can do a 7-day free trial. See if you like what we do. But we're going to jump off, go over there, talk about these crazy dolls, You guys loved your questions. All great questions. Always love doing the work. Always love and appreciate you guys. And Harlow, can't do this work without you. So thank you. All right, we'll see some of you guys over on Patreon. And then we'll be back. You will see more from us. You will see more posts, more lives. We'll be back. The ball will be rolling again come February. All right, good night, you guys.
Good night.